Is everything
so
ready?
it's loading up right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to Logic and Reason. We're right here tonight. We're dipped back behind the panty curtains, and we're getting ready to do a little bit of reaction, live stream style. And you know why? We got some really dumbass neighbors that we want to touch base on. Due to even our own personal factual situations that happened earlier today with the snow, we're going to go into a little particular situation that involves snow right out of the bat. But first, let's draw back the curtain and say hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, welcome everybody. We're all glossy and foggy, but we're coming in. We're fading in nicely. We want to thank you all for joining. We want to thank you for watching. In your present, it'll be in our past. We'll be in our future doing the new one. So hopefully you'll be there too and catch up. It's going to be great. So, all right.
Some great singing.
It is. It was fucking terrible, wasn't it? It was like a dick move to do. It's really, I felt like a jackass. That's all right, though. We all know it's okay. So hopefully everybody's having a great night out there tonight. Day, early morning, hours of the evening. Back in the day. We're pulling up, I'm looking for the chat. I don't know where it is. I do not know where it is. I'm trying to find it. Alright, this is great. Look at that right there. Oh, alright, we're on page. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so let's, without further ado, let's go into this video here and see what these guys got going on. They're, what I've captured so far is it snowed and they hate each other over it. So, well, one of them hates one of them, but then over the snow, but the other one hates the snow guy, you know, because he hates him. There's a lot of hate. So we're going to find out.
When you hate somebody,
you hug them.
Ignore them.
You hug them. You hug them. You go in for the hug, maybe a kiss. No, I'm just kidding. Ignoring is the best answer. But we got Angry Gary, the neighbor here. We're going to check his ass out.
Snow on my property!
It's not my snow.
Yes,
this is not your snow.
This is my...
It's...
Okay. It is his natural snow. He somehow got the snow falling down from the earth. And it is now his.
Yeah. But it's not.
How is that
his snow.
possible?
Well, Gary's an ass, apparently. Plus, I wanted to say it doesn't go with the name. I had this guy, Gary, that used to work with me. He was a massive ass. That's all I can say. You know, it was back in the day. We did electrical work. We did, like, ran power in buildings and shit, and he was a dick. He wasn't a dick. He was cool. I mean, I really got along good with the guy for quite some time. He was just one of the fucking weirdest, strangest individuals you've ever met in your life. He had so many kids in his trailer. It was just, he was wonderful, man. But you know what? He never gave shit to anybody. He was a really peaceful dude. That I got to give him. So
the educational purpose of that is that you had to ignore his flaws, right, in order to work with him.
That's right. No, I ignore, you know what? I ignore everybody's flaws.
And that's what you do in this situation. You ignore the flaws, and you just go on about your day.
I love, I love everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got great traits. You know, just people don't give each other enough time to figure out what those particular traits are. So you can shine those traits, you know what I mean, to one another. You can provide a better benefit to each another. Like these two dicks, probably if they both got their shovels out in the freaking snow, it would happen twice as fast and beautiful, right? Or at least if they each did their own driveway.
Yep, if you want to be a responsible American or anywhere else in the world,
let's see what Gary says.
Treat each other with respect.
My property!
This is the snow.
It doesn't matter!
Oh,
this is my property!
Why are you
don't
just an
blow
asshole?
your snow on my property! You don't put any...
Oh.
Apparently, Gary's neighbor owns all the snow now.
Yes.
It's all his snow. With that being said, if I was like Gary's neighbor, the guy with the camera, I would look over at Gary and I would look at that 6 feet of snow piled up his garage and I'd go, listen, you're stealing my snow. I'm going to call the police. I'm gonna turn you in if you don't fucking pay me for all that snow, or get all that snow off of your yard and get it back on my property.
Or how about you just ignore?
Or you could ignore each other. Let's see what happens.
Snow that was where you were on my property.
Okay, Gary. You've scared me now.
Can't
I'll put
go to
snow
hell,
on your
you
property.
fucking lunatic.
I'm a lunatic. Look
Angry
at yourself.
Rick Moranis.
You're the lunatic for covering this up.
You want to see a picture of it? That
You
I
are
What's
took?
another movie too? You know what? He doesn't sound like, not Rick Moranis, but did you see that movie, The Princess Bride? And there was the guy, the smart guy. Who was the smart guy on that?
The little guy,
Yeah, I
the
forget
little guy
what
with
his
the
name-
curly hair.
Yeah, I forget what his name is.
Old guy,
Bald on top, hair
curly
on the
everywhere.
side.
I don't know.
I forget who he is. I don't know what his name is.
I know what you're talking about.
But
though.
he sounds just like that
Yes,
guy.
he
Like,
does.
they do the Battle of the Wits up at the top of the
They're doppelgangers.
yeah, separated at births.
Yes.
Audio separated at births. But they're, theoretically too, if you look at them, they're both the same size and height
Yes.
as well.
Your crap up here. You don't blow snow up here.
So you're
Well, we all know what happened there. He was blowing snow in Gary's driveway.
They got a big hit of snow, and they just do not want any more snow on each other's
They were
property.
doing snow. Where did they get that snow? Did they go downtown for it?
No.
Did they get that snow where they were doing blow, or would somebody blow snow? What was that? They blew, somebody got blown. To me, it sounded like somebody got blown and they were doing cocaine. Now, get me
Yeah.
wrong, both of those things are bad.
Yes, all of that's bad.
But if they were doing those together, they probably wouldn't be so angry at each other.
No.
Just saying.
No.
No, I know.
No.
Never. You go to jail. Do not do those things.
It's too
it should be completely snow-free, right?
It is snow-free.
Because you're Gary, right?
It is snow-free all the way back to there.
Okay.
You're
Mentioned
snow-
so much.
If your name is Gary, your yard should be snow-free. Fucking snow falls everywhere else in the world, but not on Gary's property.
Yep. I've
Not
already had
Well,
my
this
snow.
wasn't
I don't
clear.
want
Yes,
any
it
more.
was
No,
cleared.
no
It
more.
was cleared at 11 a.m.
Can you yell a little bit louder so everyone in the neighborhood
I
can hear
don't
you?
give a fuck who the hell hears it.
Really?
No, he doesn't, does he?
He doesn't care about his language. He doesn't care how yelling it sounds.
I like how graceful, though, he uses the word fuck. I don't give a fuck.
He almost doesn't even know how to say it.
Like, he
though.
throws his arms down, he's going to fly like a swan away. Was it a swan?
Yes.
He was gonna fly like an eagle. It was great.
Okay. Well, then go ahead, yell louder. I have my hat on, so it's protecting my ears.
Bullshit.
But if you want to be
You're
such a...
not blowing here anymore.
Like he
Okay,
can hear
sir.
what's in his head.
Now clear it out.
Fuck you.
Okay, now notice, Gary is demanding
Yes.
here at this point. He is like, you clear this out. And what's the other guy say? Gary says, clear this out.
No.
And the neighbor, he clearly comes back with a giant fuck you.
Yeah, he's like, no.
Now,
I'm not doing that. I'm not clearing up anything for you. You're not my dad.
so
That's pretty much what he's saying, right?
So tensions are escalating. They're rising at this point. They're not what they could be. You know, they could be pulled down to a normal level. Actually, the guy with the camera could have said, yeah, Gary, you know what, man, you're right. I'm so sorry that I got the snow over here. Let me clear this away.
Yeah, let me be Gary for
Let
you.
me get rid of this for
Thank
you.
you so much for thinking of me, and I appreciate that you're going to do what I asked, even though I swore at you and said it in such a funny manner, instead of being a man and just
Right? The guy,
being
I mean,
respectful.
right, wouldn't the bigger person, the guy with
Yes.
the camera, theoretically could
Somebody
say,
has to.
I apologize. I'll clear this away. I'm actually sorry, Gary, for any trouble I caused you. Man, please forgive me. Help forgive me, and let's move on forward to a better future. You know what? I could help you as a neighbor.
Yes.
Is that what's happening here? I don't know. Let's find out.
We
I'm
all
not
think
clearing
there's
shit.
Snow here.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You worthless pile of shit.
Yeah, Gary. Go back inside where it's safe for you, okay?
Now wait a minute.
Okay.
And
You're
like
not
any
clearing
like
up my
any
can,
pile
asshole.
of crap could be good.
Oh, okay. I won't
right?
touch your garbage can.
What
I'm
could
sorry.
a pile of crap be good for? Maybe to, work in your garden. Maybe and that's about it. That's about the only good use of crap that you could use.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how could any crap be good for you? It'll all be worthless.
Gary could be a scat freak. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your garbage can. Oops.
Oh, you are a
Sorry,
fucking
Gary.
psychopath.
Oh,
Oh
now
my
he's
God.
a doctor. Now
All right,
he's able to decide
Yes, he
who's
did.
a psychopath.
Yes, Gary is a. Gary just claimed to be a licensed psychiatrist because he was clearly calling the neighbor out with the camera as a psychopath, was he not?
Yes.
He was. So you're right. You're absolutely right. He is. Gary must be a doctor. We're just speculating, but just by judging this, that's what it really looks like.
he's decided he knows.
Psychopath.
I'll tell Chris I was trying to do something nice
No,
for him,
you
and you
weren't.
came out here. What, you think I'm clearing off that garage for me? Look at it, dumb
Don't
fuck.
put it here.
Once again, they're not calming or cooling
Not
their
one
jets
person
down
called.
at all.
Nope. They're
No,
they're escalating. Should
Yes.
it escalate?
No, it should not.
No.
One of them needs to just calm down and just say, you know what, I'm in the wrong, and the other one will say, believe it or not, hey, thank you. I'm the wrong as well.
Even in the smarter situation, you know, when you have a guy like Gary who's just
Almost the
clearly
size of
not
the
going to
fence.
stop talking, but but he's literally only 3 feet tall.
Literally. He's like that much bigger than the fence.
Listen, I didn't even catch that sooner either.
Well, when you're short like I am, you kind of notice those things.
Gary's like this tall, okay?
So should you really be shooting off the mouth at
This guy-
your
it's
ears?
like-
I mean, that's really you're just escalating.
The guy with the cameras probably like takes everything he has in his whole fucking heart and soul to not like just bust out in tears laughing. Cause it's like a little troll packed into a little fucking puffy snowsuit with a red cap yelling and screaming at you. And you know he can't do anything. It's just like he's like a little dog, you know, like a little dog barking at you, you know, but can't bite you. It's Gary. He's possibly a doctor of the psychiatric Dr. Gary, 2.5 feet tall, yelling and screaming at you. What do you do in that situation? You just zip it. You just shut your mouth. You've got to shut your mouth to be the bigger person and just
bygones be bygones.
let him walk away, because he'll walk away when you acknowledge he returns, obviously. If you notice that, like, he was leaving, but the guy with the phone speaks up.
He's trying to escalate it worse.
Yeah, so Gary comes
the
back.
phone to have more information on Gary being, you know, an impolite person.
Everyone
but
wants
also,
the last word.
The guy with the phone is being, you know, impolite as well, because he's not trying to lessen the situation. He's trying to escalate it to its fullest.
Yeah.
Get this guy on his, you know, on his major high horse, screaming and yelling and crying at this point.
The other guy could just zip it up and
Yeah.
let this guy walk away and shovel the snow away, whatever he was doing, and be done.
Yep, they could shake hands and be done with this.
But let's see what happens.
Should I put it?
I don't know where, but you don't do it here.
You tell me,
I don't
Your
care.
Highness. Tell me where to put it. Show me.
Not here.
Gary's
Okay.
a king now.
Okay.
King Gary's a high.
Bye. Have a nice day, Gary.
Oh, shut
You
the
want to have a
fuck up,
snowball
you
fight
asshole.
later?
Fuck you, asshole.
Oh, no, wait a minute. He is trying to let him know, hey, you know what?
They just requested a snowball fight
Let's
to
do
each
the
other.
snowball fight and stop actually verbally fighting each other. That's actually a nice idea.
Yeah, you know what? The snow does look packy enough to have a good quality snowball fight.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't want it in his path so he can go over there and see what he's doing. He wants to be able to spy on him, which is wrong.
Again, it's improper escalation of the situation, but
No, he
you know,
doesn't want it in his walkway for him to go into that guy's yard. You see that? That's exactly what's going on. He wants it to be out of his walkway, which is wrong.
You are incredible. I threw a piece of cardboard in your recycle bin, and you took it out and put it on the hood of my car. Because you don't want recycling to happen on your behalf for a piece of cardboard.
You have your own can.
No, I don't. Why are you yelling?
Shut the fuck up, asshole.
Okay.
you love when that
Quiet now.
happens.
You go ahead,
because
Gary.
again,
Tell the world what you
it's
want
still
to hear.
escalating.
Asshole.
Oh, you don't want me to cut your garbage
Now
can?
he's going from
sorry.
snow
You're right.
to
It is a
cardboard.
And they're both now speaking faster and faster at each other. More words are starting to connect, opposed to even in the original situation when it first started off. Gary's voice was escalating the situation. He was coming in and he was like, you know, he was the one getting loud. And the neighbor with the phone was like, kind of, I'm going to videotape this. He was keeping his mouth shut, wanted to keep it down, but then he kind of started to lose control.
Yeah.
And now at this particular point, they're really starting to escalate. Both of their words are getting faster and faster.
But now the guy with the phone is actually trying to push more problems. Instead of going, you know what, you're right, I should have asked you before I put my cardboard in your recycling bin. And the guy probably would have said, yeah, until you get a recycling bin, you can go ahead and use mine. You know what, you're right, I should have.
Whoops, sorry about any screwy feedback there. All right, let's see what happens.
Beautiful garbage can. And I would hate to mess it up with my fingerprints. That would be horrible, wouldn't it?
Fucking sociopath you are.
How is it? No, wait a minute.
Sociopath.
You cannot say,
Calling the kettle black on that one.
you cannot decide what other people are.
At
It
this
is-
point,
it
both
is-
of them need a mirror in front of their faces at what they're doing.
Yeah, but you
know
can't
what I mean?
use such a derogatory term, you know, with calling people out on things. You know, you cannot say that.
No.
That somebody is a
Okay.
psychopath.
Hey, Gary, have a nice day. It's nice talking to you, buddy. Good talking to you, buddy.
My property!
Well, this is snow. If you think you're going to keep snow
You
off
don't
of all your
put your
properties,
snow
Apparently
on
you
my
caught Gary
property!
Kate
this is not my snow.
Or
Yes,
This
it
is not
is.
your snow.
This is my property!
This is the snow.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
this is
calm
my
down.
property.
Why are you being
don't
such an
blow
asshole?
your snow on my property.
So
You
nobody
don't put
should be
any
blowing
snow
anything.
That was
apparently.
where you.
So is this a bad situation? You know, at that point, again, you don't escalate it. When
No,
you have one
never.
person that's angry, really one of you, if you feel the person, if you want to be the person who's the bigger man or the bigger lady, the person who wants to own up and be the one who's in charge and on top, sometimes you have to shut your mouth, step back, and
I
let
agree.
the other person bark away.
If you want to be the hero in this situation.
That's right. Who does the hero become? The
Yes.
hero becomes the greater person in the end. If
Yep.
you want to be the bigger person, sometimes you got to zip your mouth, walk away from stupid, and
Let
you'll
the
grow
person
yourself.
think that they won this situation, but
Abs-
really, who won? But
Absolutely.
the bigger guy that said, let's just agree to disagree and let's make this work.
Exactly.
How
Covered up when I got out here this
It's
morning.
still my property.
Well, this is snow. If you think you're going to keep snow
You
off
don't
of all your
put your
properties,
snow
What the
on
hell?
my property.
this is not my snow.
Yes,
This
it
is
is.
not your snow.
This is.
Recording you right now.
Oh, man, I got friends in the police department.
Oh, do you, Mario?
All covered up when I got out here this
It's
morning.
still.
In your recycle bin, and you took it out and put it on the hood of my.
Realize you're gonna pay for that, right?
You realize you're gonna fix mine, you dumb twit?
You're going to be on YouTube.
Hey, everybody loves to be on YouTube, don't they? If you notice, in this particular situation where we have no shitting idea what's going to happen yet, because I got to see what happens here. This is quite interesting. But I'm going to tell you right off of the bat, isn't the common situation with the cell phone? You are going to be on YouTube. I think that's amazing. YouTube, you know, you killed it. I got to say that. You killed it. You made everything possible in this world. You made it possible for people to hate each other on a higher level. It's wonderful. You guys, high
But
five.
you know what? That's a good educational, you know, thing to do. It really is. Think about what you just said. You know that if you get angry at someone and you're going to do something ridiculous, retract, back up, think before you do something, because you know if you're in public, somebody is going to videotape you.
And in
and
most
if you don't
situations-
want someone to know what you're doing, then don't do it.
Yeah, you won't do it.
Don't do it.
In most cases, you'll realize that there's cameras everywhere, and you're more than likely to act less like a jackass, which is actually a better, greater thing, because you know, and I know, she knows that you want to be
On your best behavior.
You want to
in
be
front
number
of
one.
camera.
You want to be a winner. You want to stand out in front of everybody in society and have everybody look at you and go, hell yeah, I own that room, you know?
Yes.
There's only one way to do it. Let's see what happens.
Like in
That
front of the
was
kids,
nice.
make an idiot out of yourself for this.
She just smashed your fucking fence out.
She almost
is-
can't even hold that. It's a really heavy
This is really
tool.
bad. This is
Oh,
really
you're really
bad.
going to damage your
This
fence.
is something you should call the city first
Yes.
and have
No,
somebody
you don't
come out
care.
and evaluate.
I can tell.
Do we care?
sometimes the surveyors actually required on a situation like this to mark out property lines. You just don't go out and
I don't know.
Guys, no, the woman is crazy.
Yeah. Well,
This
look,
is a
he's got to
little
live with
off the
her.
wall.
He's the one with the problem, not
She's
me.
not
Literally,
careful, she's gonna hit herself
This
in
might
the
be
head.
off the wall, but she's gonna knock that wall down.
She almost hit herself in the head, though.
She will.
Did you see that?
This is really rude. This is rude behavior.
And realistically,
I think you
it
need to hit
looks
harder.
good connected.
That's not going to
So
work.
what is her problem? You know, I mean,
Wait,
if
stop. Look at her. Oh, she was leaning. Did you see that? Let me back that up a second. She looked like a fucking professional wall leaner. Was it here? Let's go back. Let me go back just another
Right there.
couple seconds. Let's try this one. Yeah, right there. Look at that. Fucking professional wall leaner. So, you want to hang out like Thursday night after you're done smashing my fucking wall down? You bitch? No, you're rude. You're rude. We live next door to each other. We have to do this forever. We all pay like super high fucking bills. Why in the hell are you knocking my shit down? You know, why don't we talk to each other and make things work? Oh, I can't. I'm a bitch with a fucking sledgehammer. Thankfully, she's weak with that sled.
Oh, you're damaging
She's
my fence
relentless.
post.
This is their fence.
No, that's our fence. We paid for that.
Is she pounding it down?
yeah, she's
We
trying to
actually
get
share
rid
it
of
with
it.
everybody.
Well, that ain't gonna do it.
The piece of wood
Well,
that's
you know
connected.
Wow,
what?
that
If you would
worked.
have approached normally, yes, because we did with every single person.
Oh,
Good
Okay,
for you.
look at that, though.
And
What
you
she
know what?
was
You should
trying
come
to
and clean it up.
accomplish right
On
there. She accomplished, but look at how silly that looks now, right? Now there's a nice little gap there.
They probably have a little
in.
dog.
Mm-hmm.
Though, however, I don't see any footprints in the snow or anything, but they probably
doesn't
have a little
matter, though.
dog that might escape. Pretty asswaddy.
If they have kids or kids
Hey,
in the
hey,
family-
Ravstar, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? How are ya?
Hope you're having a wonderful night. We got some shitty neighbors here. Trying to kind of like pull out a theoretical situation, you know, that would hopefully, if you had come across something like this, you could bring yourself to maybe skate out of like wailing the wall down with a sledgehammer like this. But it's tough. It's tough. You know, this lady's got some issues, but we're going to see what happens.
Our side.
Pardon?
You should come and clean it up, all the damage on our side.
Yeah, you know I cleaned
Yeah,
it.
now she's littering. You know, she's throwing trash in people's yards, smashing them wall. How tall is she? How tall is that wall? 6-foot wall, probably.
all right.
Oh, she's got a witness.
It'll be on Marine Drive on YouTube. You'll watch for it.
Marine Drive. She even gave the channel name. That was
Realize
very,
you're gonna pay.
that was very nice of them, actually. Nice promotional advertisement.
That's just disrespectful, though. Once again, if you have an issue, go to your city and speak up. Say, hey, you know, I don't like what they did with this. Is there something we can do to fix this?
What do you want to say?
If they say no, then that's just too bad. You're going to have to just live with it.
Exactly. Now, this here may be a little off page from the neighbor situation, but we're going to touch into this one on the, you know, it's getting fired by my boss, basically. So this guy's getting to get his ass handed to him by his boss. And let's see how he handles it.
Close the door.
You know that blow. Shit's not going to be good.
You need to get your things and head out.
Get your things and head out.
My things?
Yeah.
I just came here with my backpack today. I don't even
He
have
knew,
an
you know what, though, this kid,
Just check her.
this kid, I'm assuming a kid anyways,
It sounded like a child.
he had gone into the boss's office filming, so he knew. I mean, there was like some shit was already going to go down, you know. So without knowing the whole story, I'm already presuming that the kid had done some serious shit or skipped out of work, called in sick 100 times, and knew his ass was getting canned.
Yeah, usually when you're going to be fired, you know that the month is getting closer and closer. And then usually within the week, you know something's up.
Yeah, otherwise, why would you be filming unless, like, every time you watch in your boss's office, you know, he was, like, trying to grab your stuff?
Around if you.
And I don't mean your backpack. Your pack, but not your backpack. Your
You
front
don't
pack.
grab anything.
He's grabbing the
I
front
just
pack.
carry loose leaf papers around
I
with
don't
me.
know, something that you wrote down, some notes that you clearly didn't take that would have helped you with this job, but you should probably just get your things as quickly as possible and head on out.
That's not nice.
This is irresponsible. This is irresponsible speculation too at this particular point. But is that Mark Zuckerberg? Is this guy getting fired from Facebook? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we've seen
Well,
this wrong.
wait. It sounds to me like the boss is being kind of irresponsible and kind of immature too. I mean, you should at least give the person, no, seriously, if the person's working for you, you should at least give them real reasons why you're firing them. They do deserve that. I mean, I don't care what you've done.
Yeah, maybe they set this up.
Yes.
Yep. Reach across that counter, grab his head, and just kind of like pull it down onto
Gotta
the
pay some
table.
bills. He is. Yes, he is.
He looks like a dick, don't he?
You at least deserve a real reason before you fire somebody. You have to give a person a chance to, you know, even give a counterclaim on what you said.
Doesn't that look like an office that screams like, CEO, I make $1 million a year, I'm a badass boss, fuck
I
you,
don't
get
know.
out of my job? Or
His
is it,
shirt's unbuttoned, so that's not really classy.
or does
for
it
work.
scream, I got an office inside of a rental car dealership and I'm lucky to have this because my boss was going to fire me because nobody's renting cars from us because we suck at this location.
I don't know where you worked, but
Okay.
I don't
and
know
then
very many
I'll
people
see you
that have
tomorrow
a shirt
then, or-
unbuttoned.
Fired. That's what.
Well, they're
I
talking
don't
to
have a
you.
cardboard box. That
Yeah, I
you
do. I
can
like
put
his
things in.
unbuttoned shirt. He looks cool.
You can put your things in, your backpack. Yeah, you just haven't been performing well, so.
You haven't been performing well. What kind of performance?
He's not even looking at him in the eye. I mean, how is a boss supposed to behave?
The way that that shirt is unbuttoned, I can tell you right now that what they did not show in this video, I know why the kid wasn't filming right now. I'm telling you, this is why. Before he filmed, he was in that office. The boss's shirt was buttoned down much more, including his pants and his zipper. And the kid with the cam performed. You know what I'm saying? He performed. This is theoretically,
That's speculation.
this is a mouth, and these are like eyes, a mouth and eyes. And this is the boss.
No.
This is the boss right here. They did a thing. The boss wasn't impressed with the performance, and so the boss was like, "Get out of my office. Get your shit. Get the fuck out of my office now. Get out of my fucking office." The guy's like, "Sorry, man." They all zip up. He starts buttoning. The boss is buttoning up. The kid runs out of the office. He's like, "I'm going to call my mom to come pick me up. I'm going home. I don't feel good now. I got, like, my throat's all thick. It's full of this semen. Is that what it is?" He probably swallowed some, like,
No.
a whole bunch of ship's captains and all their mates.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So then he's out in the hallway trying to call his mom. He's like, Mom, I gotta come home. And he's like, you know, shit's dribbling down his chin. And the boss is like, "Get your ass back in here. Get in here."
We're not finished.
He's like, I'm turning my fucking camera on. He goes, "Because I'm not doing this twice. I already, we're going in 2 times." So he goes in, he starts filming, and then here we are. The boss is like, "You're not performing. You're fired. Get your shit, get your backpack, get your front pack, get your backpack, let's see what happens."
Is it because when I tried to ask the alumni for money, they convinced me to give
You
them
were
money.
giving
I
them
gave
money.
them money.
Yeah, and not only that, you stole the corporate credit card and you were using it.
Corporate alumni
But for
credit
lunch.
card. Where the fuck are
Not only
they?
for lunch, which
Did-
that's not how.
Is this a college? Is this a
work.
school thing?
You were paying the alumni with the corporate credit, so we're actually.
I bought
losing
them
money.
lunch so that
That's not
I
how
bought
it
them
works.
lunch so then they'd pay us.
Again, the boss is a dick. The kid's out buying people lunches, right?
Yeah.
he's like, you know, he's helping the community. He's projecting, you know, wellness onto others, and he's performing. That's 2. You know, he's performing with 2.
That's not how this works. So we're just going to have you leave before this becomes a bigger legal issue than it already is. Because at that point, it's...
Oh, now he's going to involve the 5-0.
Federal offense. You know,
I've been right there, right then and there. As soon as he was like, this could become a legal issue, I'd be like, well, why do you keep touching my junk? You know, why do you keep touching me? I'm sick of it. You know what? I'm out of here. I quit. You keep touching me.
I don't know. I think he needs to back up with some physical proof before he starts saying that he actually stole something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's
I
not
borrowed
right.
it.
If you really
You
don't
wanna- you
know,
borrow
if
it.
you don't
We had to
know,
find
you
it from
can't
you.
say that for sure. And you shouldn't be firing people unless you know for sure that somebody has stolen something. That's not right.
Well,
either.
this guy clearly, though,
Well,
admitted that he bought lunches. You know, he wasn't saying it was stolen, though. He's admitting what it was for, and it wasn't for himself. He was alumni lunches, I'm assuming.
But he was buying it for everybody else. So
Yeah.
you know, they're not really giving a lot of information here.
He's Robin Hood. Yeah, you don't want to, you know what I mean? If you're firing me, it's like, there's going to be a lawsuit
No
because
more,
you touched my
yeah.
shit.
No more touching.
We had to get it out of you. We had that public like safety come.
Look at Zuckerberg's got a
Confiscate
smirk
it.
on his face
He
even.
tried to run out of the building. So.
I thought there was
rather
a
than
because the
making
fire
this-
alarm was going out. You
The
wanted me
fire
to walk.
Knocking
alarm where you pulled the fire alarm when we found
Check
out
this out.
that you took the credit.
I realize this here now because I'm not like totally paying attention, but we'll do. Let me do this move real quick here.
There you go. You see it now?
You also left a note, like one of your loose pieces of papers. You said like, "You'll never catch me."
Daddy's got a tinkle.
Yeah, you'll never catch me. And then
Oh,
You'll never
okay.
catch me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Now that's something.
So
That's something. Now they're finally getting it. No, you're back still.
no, it's coming there. It's on its
Okay.
way. There's a delay. We're on
Okay.
we're on a delay.
Okay, so if he is doing the smart ass letter, you know, that is wrong.
You'll never catch me. He's Robin Hooding the alumni, right? He's got the credit cards. He's out buying lunches and dinners. What we're probably missing is whoever he bought lunches and dinners for are probably all like he picked up hookers. I'm assuming, which is really not the proper thing to do for your alumni. You know, if you were going to make an educational decision upon the situation, you wouldn't have stole the credit card to get yourself fired. You know what I mean? You'd have done something else to like raise yourself higher in the company over than the dick boss. You would have taken his job, and then you would have used the company credit cards.
Yes, he is definitely an undercover goon. That is a good.
I don't know how you
that
wrote
is
in
a good name
italics.
for him.
How you wrote in italics is pretty impressive, but that's
Is it Daddy's got a tinkle?
Daddy's got a tinkle, and we all knew.
Tinkle. Did he really just
Right.
say tinkle?
I'm backing that up for a second. just
I
'cause missed
never
that shit.
expected that.
Is it Daddy's got a tinkle?
Daddy's got a tinkle, and we all knew
Daddy's got a
Well,
tinkle. Was that a piss they were
right
talking
away.
about?
So,
Danny, I think he said.
Danny.
you know, before we have to turn this over, like, head on out.
Okay. What is
Is that
He's got
is that like
snacks.
is that where you get like a
He's got good snacks there. They
you know,
got
instead
a
of
lot
like a
peanuts in
watch,
there.
we're letting you go like a retirement watch. You get a bag of mixed nuts and fucking M&Ms.
Hey, you know, minus M&Ms.
Kinda like a
but
severance
they got all
pay.
different tree nuts in there. That's pretty nice.
Here's some severance pay. You've been using the company credit card for lunches. We're not going to pay you anything, but since you like to eat, here's some nuts. Eat my nuts.
Since you want to
Get
use
out.
our money for food, we'll give you some food.
raisins in here? Do you have one without raisins?
No, we don't.
I hate raisins.
You don't have an option. This is all I can either give it to you, or you can take it, or you are just not going to have a severance package.
Yes, it was. No,
Oh my.
I take everything back I said about the boss. He's a genuinely wonderful human being. he knows how to handle a situation. Like, if he's going to fire your ass, he's going to treat you like you're a damn star, you know? You're going to get the fucking mixed nut pack with the raisins, whether you like them or not.
Rave Star, you're right. You would definitely rather eat the nuts than to have him grab your nuts.
I know. All day long, I'd still be going out of there going, he grabbed my stuff.
Yes.
He grabbed my,
Okay.
he touched me, he squeezed my ass and grabbed my junk.
Yep.
Do you
You
want to
learn
hang
from
out
this
later?
Yeah.
is that you
That's
don't
fine
steal
after
from
five,
people
but-
and you don't grab
Okay.
each other's nuts and you just eat the nuts.
Even if you like thought
That's
you
real
liked it,
tree
make
nuts.
believe in your own head a little bit while you were saying it, it wasn't true.
I
Yes.
see, dude.
Man.
That's what you take
I'll
away
pick
from
out the
this.
raisins, I guess.
Yeah, you'll have time.
He's just gonna throw out the raisins.
Oh, no.
That's how this ended.
That's some fucked up stuff right there.
I never suspected that
What
to
the hell's
have
up
ended
with
like
that?
that. That was pretty nice that, you know, he was stealing, I guess, and he got nuts out of the deal.
I love those last minute pop-ups.
That's pretty nice, actually. I wasn't expecting that. I would have suspected that, you know, the 5-0 would have surely showed up. That would have been the right thing to do. But it just didn't seem like it was right because he was smiling the whole time.
No, he was fucking, what a piece of work. Yes.
Yep, have a good night.
Yeah, we're taking off too. That was it. We appreciate you stopping by, man. You make some cool ass videos too, by the way.
Yes.
That's all I got to say. So I'll be checking out some more for sure. And I got to get some time. I'm going to dive back down the old, the rabbit hole, like some of the older stuff that you put out there and see what you did too. So looking forward to that. And again, man, absolutely appreciate you stopping by. It's logic and reason. Trying to put some meaning into some of the bullshit, you know? So we hope you have a great night. Thank you all for stopping by. We got the panty curtain. It's going on. Have a great night, man.
Have a great night.